Hello, my capitalist comrades. When last we spoke, I revealed to you the true fact that Ben Shapiro is most likely a communist conspirator infiltrating the conservative cause. Now, I know that is stunning, but today there's something even more stunning for you. I have reason to believe that PragerU, once thought to be America's leading conservative educational institution, has succumbed to communism. They're either, and this, I don't know which of these two possibilities is worse, because they are either actively communist, or the God-fearing Christians at PragerU have been won over by secret communist infiltrators. Now remember, you should always be on the lookout for leftists pretending to be conservative. In their video, How to Make Children Listen, John Roseman argues that it is obedience that is the thing that makes children the most happy, and that parents of obedient children are the happiest parents, and so that we should strive to make sure our children are obedient. Obviously, this message is completely antithetical to the conservative movement. We want critical, free thinkers. We want the kind of thinkers who can go out there and they can critically analyze the leftist elite and the government, at least while the other party's in charge. Now, let's take a look at what he says the most successful teacher in a district would do.
Second, she prefaces her instructions to her students with authoritative phrases like, "I want you to," and "it's time for you to." She says, "It's time for you to take out your math books and turn to page 25, as opposed to, "Let's take out our math books and turn to page 25, okay?" Third, this teacher does not explain the motives behind her instructions to her students. Why? Because she knows that explanations invite arguments. Whenever parents tell me they're dealing with an argumentative child, I know that these well-intentioned people are explaining themselves. They tell their child why they want him to pick up his toys, for example, and he argues, because you can always pick apart an explanation. If you don't explain yourself when you give an instruction to a child, then the child, being a child, is almost surely going to ask for one. He's going to ask why or why not, at which point, get ready for a big surprise. Your answer should be, because I said so.
Now, this is America. We don't force people to do things. People have freedom. Children aren't forced to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. They choose to, because it's the best country in the whole goddamn world, and they know it. If we want to raise a generation that'll argue up and think critically against the leftist elite, we need people who can think, who won't just follow orders mindlessly. That's how you end up with 1984 or Animal Farm, written by notable conservative thought leader George Orwell. The only proper American way of raising a child is to let freedom ring. And when they ask you why they should do something, you tell them. Because governments should be afraid of their people. People shouldn't be afraid of their governments. And parents are basically the governments of children.